What is up, y'all? As you can tell, I am here in a different setting, and that's because I am going to be ranking every single gold and diamond Spec Ops card in this game. Now, I was planning to do this for a while. I was kind of afraid of getting flamed by y'all for having a certain opinion, but then I realized I actually don't care, so I thought that starting off with Spec Ops would be a good idea because they're kind of the least controversial class. And even if you guys disagree with me, it's not like it's going to be that serious, you know what I'm saying? So full disclosure, I obviously don't have every Spec Ops under the universe, but I figured that since I had pretty good experience with playing with them or playing against them, I feel like I'm equipped to actually share my well-informed opinion on each of these cards. But again, this is not going to be an in-depth review video on each card. If you want to see review videos, I've done like a couple on some Spec Ops, but I'm hoping to do more in the future. So let me know if you want to see more Spec Ops reviews. But I'm just going to be briefly going over what I like and what I don't like about the cards. I'm mostly going to be taking passives, specials, fight mechanics, and all of that stuff into consideration, and less so about gear setups and all of that. You'll see what I mean, but overall it's going to be pretty chill. So I'm going to even play some jazz music in the background for y'all, and we're just going to have a chill time discussing what I think is good and what I think is kind of dog water. So without further ado, let's go over the tiers. Wiping my mouth when I'm done is basically just S tier, so being the best cards of the game, and yeah, there's not much. Like, I will glaze them every opportunity that I get. Realm Clash refreshes basically is like A tier. Like, if I come across them, I will try to duck the fade because they are elite cards. Coin investments are pretty decent, so I don't mind spending some time and energy into upgrading them. I think the cool young tier explains itself because these are just mediocre or mid-table cards that are bordering on fraudulent. And Grey Loot is just trash. First up, we have Covert Ops Cassie Cage. In my opinion, she's probably the best Spec Ops support card because she covers all of Spec Ops, whereas like Combat Cup Sonya, she only helps out Combat Cup cards, so it's a limited range of players that can actually be on her team and benefit from her passive. And Cassie Cage not only makes basic attacks unblockable, but special attacks unblockable. The fact that her special 2 does 4 hits makes it very likely that it's going to end up being unblockable, and that's just so beneficial. I definitely think that she's an older card, but she still holds up as a very solid support card, and I try to have her on the Spec Ops teams as much as possible. Another thing is that because of how useful her passive is, it opens up another gear slot for herself and her teammates, so you don't have to worry about equipping unblockable gear and all of that. So all in all, I don't know. I think I might actually put her on coin investment because she's a very decent card, but I wouldn't go as far as to put her in Realm Clash refresh. Now on to the worst Cassie Cage variant, Undercover. I mean, you know what I hate the most about passives? If it only applies to certain classes or teams. Just pack it up, bro. Like, I want your passive to work 100% of the time, not 50% of the time. I need it to work 100% of the time. So she's useless. I don't ever need to use her. But for some reason, I always get her for packs, and I don't know why the universe hates me, but I think I have her on like Fusion 5 or 6 or some ridiculous shit like that. But no, I'm never touching her. She is going straight into Grey Loot, no questions asked. Now onto Strike Force Cassie Cage. I don't actually have her, but I've played against her enough to know that she's so mediocre. Especially for a diamond card, she is just really disappointing. Like, dude, draining 1 bar of power from the enemy team when she tags in. Okay, I can just do that with Katana's special 1. I don't care about slowing anyone. Slowing has never benefited me in any way. It really hasn't. And then, okay, whatever. Immune to lethal blow and critical, sure. Temporarily, and then what? Like, I could name Hellspawn Scorpion, Elder God Kenshi, Assassin Katana off the top of my head that are just completely immune to critical hits. Okay, that already makes them better than her. And then I really do not care about bonus health and attack. That's very simple support. Honestly, I'm again disappointed that she is not even the best Cassie Cage variant, and she is the only Diamond Cassie Cage. I really hope they do this character justice and give her better cards, because this is not it. Therefore, I'll have no choice but to put her at Cole Young. Sorry. Now for Combat Cup Cassie, she is actually one of the few gold cards that I do not own, and for some reason it's just impossible for me to get her. Like, I have Sonya and Johnny and like Fusion 6. I actually have Sonya Ascended, but I've never once gotten Combat Cup Cassie Cage, which is ridiculous to me. But she is the best Cassie Cage variant, and I think that she is just a great #1 support card, but a great offensive card as well. Being immune to cripple is just so useful. Again, I talked about this when I was reviewing Classic Baraka, and I think that basically Outsider is just a debuff, right? The fact that it lasts 20 seconds is pretty crazy. And she does it every time she tags in. So every time I come up against her, I am genuinely scared. So for me, it's a no-brainer to put her up on Realm Clash Refresh. And for Cybernetic Jackie Briggs, first of all, I do think her passive is absolute, like, sewer water buns, like F tier level. But I do have to admit that I do find her passive noticeable. She's much more durable compared to many other Spec Ops cards against Outworld and Netherrealm, so I will give her that credit. I will also say that I like her fight mechanics a lot more than most other Spec Ops, and she does have my favorite Jackie Briggs fight mechanics, so I will have to give her credit for that as well. But unfortunately, that's not going to be good enough for me to make her any higher than Grey Loot. I'm sorry. And yep, she's going right there at the bottom. So next is High Tech Jackie Briggs. Now, you know I said previously that I hate all kinds of passive that say that only apply to certain classes, like, oh, only damage against this certain class and then blah blah blah. So I do admit that I like and enjoy the fact that her power generation passive applies to all Spec Ops. So it doesn't matter who you have on your team or who you're playing against, you're always going to have that kind of power generation, which is great. I do think her special 2 is cool. It has a lot of hits. So those are some beneficial things, but again, she's an old card and her passive is generally not nearly as good as Covert Ops Cassie Cage. So I'm afraid she's going at the top of Grey Loot. And now for my favorite Jackie Briggs variant, cosplay. So one thing, of course, I want to say is that her passive is probably the best Spec Ops passive in my opinion, but I just think she is the most versatile card out there. And the fact that it's not only variations in her special 1, but also her special 2, and sometimes her basic attacks and combo enders change depending on what you choose. So she's useful against all classes, and so she basically has an advantage against all classes. So I think that's really, really neat. Some of her special attacks are grapple too. Some of them have some really nice debuffs, and sometimes she heals from vampirism. I mean, there's literally nothing she can't do, And on top of that, of course, she benefits from all Spec Ops passives, so I really appreciate that. And on top of all of this, she doubles as a martial artist, so she benefits from martial artist synergy. So I'm inclined to put her in Realm Clash Refresh, but I think the fact that Cassie Cage is immune to cripple puts her on top. Alright, next we got Heavy Weapons Jax Briggs. Now, one of the passives that I hate the most is the ones that detail what kind of special effects your special 2 has. Bro, I don't care what special effects my special 2 has, that should be detailed in the special description, okay, not in the passive. So I think that's kind of goofy, and of course that's pretty much his only redeeming quality. Toughness I don't really care about, because again, you can just mimic that through a gear slot, a piece of gear, or you can just not have toughness at all and still be chillin'. So in my opinion, it's really not that serious. Like, I genuinely don't take this guy seriously at all. I know he's one of the older cards, so I won't hold it too much against him, but I just don't find any use for him nowadays. But I still value Shield Break, so I'm going to put him at the top of Grey Loot. Now on to Circle of Shadow Jax Briggs. Now I have a question for y'all. Why is this dude a diamond? Like, I get it, he's Circle of Shadow, but you could have made a better passive for him. Like, his passive could have been an email. Like, why does he only have a 50% chance of invulnerability? It should be 100%. Because truth be told, invulnerability doesn't even do much for me, especially if it doesn't last any longer than 4 seconds. Unless you time it exactly right, you're not going to gain much from his invulnerability. And the rest of his passive is just basic, you know, Circle of Shadow health support, so it's not really anything crazy notable or anything like that. Another thing is that he's not even Spec Ops, he's Netherrealm, so he can only benefit from Netherrealm passives. He's not a hybrid class, unlike Cosplay Jackie Briggs, which is kind of disappointing. Now, I do have to say that because he benefits from Circle of Shadow passives, that it makes him slightly better as a team player if you have the full team, but again, he's not really useful at all outside of that. And in fact, if I had the choice, I would not include him in my Circle of Shadow team. So overall, I don't care enough. He goes right to the bottom of Cole Young. Now, I don't have Classic Jax either, but I spent a good amount of time fighting against him, especially Elder Wind Tower. So I do have to say that he probably used to be good at some point, but I think, again, he's one of the older cards, classic cards, so again, he's a bit outdated. The thing I don't enjoy about his passive is that he does apply debuffs when blocking, which is cool, but the debuffs don't last very long whatsoever. They might last like 3 seconds, I think. So that's not enough to really do anything, in my opinion. I do really like the first part though, which is how he can ignore direct damage from special attacks. But I just wish that he got some immunity from debuffs or dot. And on top of that, he doesn't have classic or Spec Ops synergy, which really knocks him down a peg. I think he is slightly better than Circle of Shadow Jax Briggs, but if I had the choice, I just wouldn't really use him at all. I'll put him on a tentative coin investment, but I might move him down later, it just depends. Now moving on to Onslaught Jax, my Pookie Bear. Since I first laid my eyes on you, I knew you were the one for me. Man, this dude is absolutely cracked. I love his passive. The heat stacks are really useful because he can do anything. He can heal himself, he can heal his teammate, he can get them bars of power. He can deal damage because of shield break. He can benefit from these onslaught passives. I mean, what is there not to love? His special one does silence, which is really useful in my opinion. A very solid debuff. On top of that, his special 2 is extremely high damage if you time it right with shield break from his heat, and it's a grapple 2, so that's even better. It's a better special 2 than all of the Jaxes, in my opinion, because it's so easy to get full heat stacks from him. So there's really no complaints from me here. There's genuinely 0 flaws in this dude. I mean, this dude has a brutality type of combo ender. He has fast fight mechanics. He has several hits. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about him, and he is the best Jax variant. He deserves to be a diamond along with the rest of the Onslaught cards. So say what you want about me, but he is going under wiping my mouth when I'm done. That's it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video, part 1 of making the Spec Ops tier list. I'm gonna finish everything up in part 2, so stay tuned for that. And I know that it took me a while to get this video out, but I was kind of busy clearing up storage and actually finding the time to record everything, because this takes a little bit more recording space than my normal review videos. And I didn't want to take up to like 30 minutes of your time doing this all in one go. So stay tuned for part 2. And other than that, I hope you guys are generally okay with my opinion, my review. I know it is a matter of opinion, and I can't really be a licensed expert for this type of stuff, but yeah, that's all I have to say. So until I see you guys next time, take care. Bye.